Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It from Dr. V's Corner. This week's article is called, Are You Ready to Go Back? Now, before you answer that question, I'm not talking about your classroom. I'm not talking about lesson plans or bulletin boards. I'm talking about something we don't discuss enough before the school year starts. The adults. Yeah. So let's talk about it. So every July, we start getting our classrooms ready. We're organizing supplies, we're decorating bulletin boards, printing lesson plans, and of course, we're always telling ourselves that this year is going to be a great year. And if we're honest, some teachers aren't worried about the students. They're actually thinking about the adults that they have to work with, because we already know we're going to have one adult that we know that's going to vex our nerves this school year. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. That person who complains before the school bell even rings, the one who finds something wrong with every little thing, and then the one who always brings all of the negativity into a meeting before the meeting haven't even started. And of course, and before students have even walked into the door, we already feel drained just by all the negativity that this person is bringing. So I've learned something over the years. Not every conversation deserves my participation. And that took me a while to learn. I used to think I had to sit there and listen because I didn't want people to say that I'm rude. And I thought walking away would make me look unfriendly. Now, I protect my peace. If the conversation turns into gossip, I know I don't have to stay to listen. If someone wants to complain for 30 minutes, I don't have to be their audience. And the part that really relates to me is that a lot of people like to come into my room and just unload their bad day on me. And I listen. But I know that I don't have to carry that with me for the rest of my day. So being a listening ear, that could be a plus as well. But because here's what I realized. If I spend my morning carrying somebody else's negativity, guess who gets the leftover version of me? My students. And do they deserve that? No, they don't. So one thing I didn't say in the article is that boundaries aren't just for your personal life. They are most definitely for school too. Sometimes we think we're being a good coworker means saying yes to everything, listening to everybody, and fixing everybody else's problem. But of course, it doesn't. You can care about people, but you don't have to carry their baggage. You can support them without being emotionally exhausted, and you can be kind without becoming everybody else's dumping ground. And of course, I wish somebody would have told me that years ago. Because yes, I did start off as that yes teacher, and eventually came out to be that tired teacher. So therefore, I want to hear from you. What boundaries do you plan on setting before this school year begins? What boundaries do you plan on setting before the school year begins? Maybe it's leaving work on time. Maybe it's staying out of gossip. Maybe it's protecting your lunch break. Whatever it is, start the year the way you want to finish it. So if you haven't read this week's article, are you ready to go back? You can find it at drvanessawilliams.com. And if this conversation made you think, I'd love for you to leave a comment, subscribe, and join me for another Let's Talk About It conversation. Until then, keep making a difference one classroom at a time.